Hey friends, welcome back to Evocative Scents. There has been numerous fragrance releases in the recent times, and as expected, there has been quite a lot of hype around them, and it becomes very important to check fragrances which are really worth your money, which ones are redundant and which ones are just smoke. Well, today we are going to take a look at the newly released fragrance from the house of Afnan, and it is the Rare Reef. It is supposed to smell like Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. I haven't tried that fragrance, so I can't comment how close is it to the original, or is it even close at all. Many of you asked me about the best prices of these fragrances, and you won't find any purchasing link in the video as well. You are going to get my authentic reviews and my honest thoughts about all of these fragrances, whether be it good or bad. Therefore, I recommend you to check prices with various sellers whom you trust and get the best prices possible. And prices do vary a lot with time, like you would have seen with the Rasasi Havas lineup. And I, like most of you, don't get fragrances from any single seller. I would always suggest you to wait for some time after a new release, check all the reviews and let the prices settle down and see whether you are going to like that fragrance or not before making the purchasing decision. So now let's quickly move on to the fragrance review then. And if you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing to this channel for more such fragrance related content. Let's start with the presentation and packaging. This perfume comes in a dark blue box and you can see the Rare Reef written on the front along with the Afnan, and it comes in 100 ml quantity. But the interesting thing here is that it comes in extrait de parfum concentration, one of the highest concentration you can get in the fragrance industry. But whether that translates into performance, we will see later in this video. There is a hologram for the authenticity of the perfume, and the rest is standard what you will get from different fragrance boxes. And that also includes the ingredient section. Now let's move on to the bottle design then. You must have noticed that the marble design that was present on the front is also inside the box, and the bottle shape is a mixture of sphere as well as a cube. The glass has a very beautiful blue color and you can easily see the juice level inside. At bottom of the bottle you can once again see the extrait de parfum sticker, with rest of the glass being highly polished. On the top of the bottle you can once again see that interesting blue marble design, which is very nice attention to details and just looks stunning. I also like that they have gone with matte finished metal instead of a chrome finish, which could have attracted more fingerprints as well as scratches. So that's it for the bottle design. Now let's move on to the spray test. The spray is very good, but it is not a pressurized atomizer. Honestly, I was expecting one. So overall the bottle is beautiful and the packaging is good. I wish they could have added the pressurized atomizer as well. But still there is nothing there to complain about. An 8.5 for the presentation and packaging should be good enough. And now to the smell. This one right from the opening is very refreshing. Opens up with a lot of sweet citruses. Not the lemon kind of citrus, but more like an orange and grapefruit. It's juicy, it's sweet, and it is very smooth as well. There is no harshness in here. Like many Afnan fragrances I have tried, this is also top notch. There is also a hint of mint at the top. Not that it is overly minty or something like that. It just adds freshness to the citruses. And right from the beginning I am not just getting citruses, I am also getting little floral elements as well. I would say this is bang on middle, perfectly unisex. Be it men or women, anybody can pull it off. Beside mint I am also getting a little bit of green element that I am not able to exactly point it out, and I am getting that while I am sniffing it up close. In the air it is slightly minty, sweet and citrusy scent. After the first half an hour the citruses start to settle down and the fruity sweetness gets more prominent. Apricot, fig and the dates are the center stage of this fragrance. Although the citruses will catch your attention, the citruses are not going to stay on forever. Instead it is the sweet fruitiness that is the major player in this fragrance. But it is made more mature with some green elements, also with little bit of spiciness, which I was not expecting at all. Comparing this fragrance with the John Low Vibe, which is another Pacific Chill alternative from Maison Alhambra, the John Low Vibe is much less sweeter and the citruses are slightly less juicy as well. I don't get any spicy nuances from the John Low Vibe, whereas with the Rare Reef it is very prominent. And it is not that they are close either. It is very easy to distinguish these two fragrances from each other. The Rare Reef feels much more dense and much more robust compared to the Vibe. However, that doesn't mean that it is a dense fragrance overall. Absolutely not at all. The Rare Reef is light, citrusy, refreshing and cheerful fragrance. A smell that most people will definitely like. However, I would also like to see more brands come up with lemon-city alternatives rather than just going for Pacific Chill and imagination. As far as the smell is concerned, I really like it. This one is going to be an absolute banger for the summers. I would give this fragrance a 9 out of 10 for the smell. In terms of versatility, I would say you can rock this fragrance at any time of the year, but it is definitely more suited for the warm weather. I would also say that it leans more towards the casual side of the things, not a fragrance I would like to wear on formal events. And this is where I feel that the Limensity is much more versatile. And if you haven't checked the John Lowe Immortal review, I would put it somewhere in the top I button. Definitely check that one out. It is a very good alternative for Limensity. So for the versatility, I would give the Rare Reef an 8 out of 10. And as far as the performance is concerned, it is definitely good, especially considering the scent structure. For the first 45 minutes, you are going to project very nicely. Until the first 2 hours, you will leave a nice scent trail with this fragrance. Then it will definitely come close to the skin, and the overall longevity is around the 6-hour mark, which is not bad for this kind of fresh perfume. For the performance, I would give this fragrance a 7.5 out of 10. This is a much better performing fragrance than the John Lowe vibe. But if you want better performing citrusy fragrances, I would suggest you to take a look at the French Tobacco or the Al Haramain Aqua Dubai. I know that the mentioned fragrances are not exactly apple to apple comparison, but if you are someone who is just looking for just one fragrance and want it to do the job for you, and you absolutely want the best performance you can get, then this might not just be the best option for you. For everybody else, it is an excellent fragrance, a perfume which I can easily recommend to anyone. If you like this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already done so. And that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.